Sheikh, recently I was watching Dr. Mala Ali's video where he reads the Quran and treat people. So when I was watching, I doubted that how is it possible to cure people only by reading Quran. So my question is, did I committed kufur? Is it against the verse of the Quran that Quran is the cure for us?
She mentioned somebody who's treating people, I'm not sure whether on air or what, via the Quran. Or is it possible to treat people via the Quran? And what if somebody is doubting that? In the Quran itself, Surah Al-Isra, chapter number 17, verse number 82, Allah the Almighty described the glorious Quran and its verses as follows. He said, وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Which means the Quran is shifa, يعني cure. The word shifa is cure. وَرَحْمَةٌ, and a mercy. What kind of cure? This is the first segment of the ayah. So the second segment says that the Quran does not benefit those who don't believe in it. It requires great deal of explanation. Ibn al-Qayyim, may Allah have mercy on him, said, yes indeed, the Quran is a cure. Cure for what disease? Only spiritual or also physical and physiological? He said to all. Cure to all diseases, whether it's something spiritual, somebody is having an anxiety, depression, is worried, or somebody who's actually physically ill, having stomachache, having headache, having got bitten by a scorpion or by a snake. And that happened during the life of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the hadith of Abu Sa'id al-Khudri radiyallahu anhu. When they were traveling, and you know the story, and some of the Sahaba recited Quran on the chieftain of a tribe who got bitten by a scorpion and he was dying. No treatment benefited and he was almost dying. So he recited Surah Al-Fatiha upon him. فَكَأَنَّمَا نَشَطَ مِنْ عِقَالٍ, and he got up as like a camel when you untie the camel, as if nothing have happened to him. So we as Muslims believe that the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a cure for all diseases. But we also believe that it doesn't work for everyone. We also believe that An-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam directed us to seek the treatment and the remedy in case that you get sick physiologically or psychologically, or if you need some psychiatrist assistance. He said sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, O servants of Allah, seek the treatment, because Allah didn't create any disease without treatment. So seeking the proper treatment is also an act of worship. Supporting that by reciting upon self or upon a sick person Surah Al-Fatiha or Ayatul Kursi or this is very helpful in expediting the treatment. That's called ruqya, which is 100% valid. Why doesn't it work all the time? There are several factors. Factor number one, the person who's reciting the ruqya himself, and also the reception of the person whom you're reciting the ruqya or the Quran upon him. So could it be a cure even for physiological ailments? Yes, of course. But this is not an invitation or to direct people to abandon the treatment and not go to doctors and not to take the medication. Rather, you do this and this together, while believing that it is Allah the Almighty alone who cures. The doctor, the medication, the hospital, the tests, the labs are all means of assisting to diagnose the disease and prescribe the medication, which would only benefit by the leave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.